US President Barack Obama has ordered a review of the activities of US intelligence services following diplomatic embarrassment in Europe in the wake of startling revelations regarding the NSA tapping phone calls of world leaders.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime News live from the Newsfirst Center here in Colombo.
We have a comprehensive report coming up on the bulletin.
Let's start off with a look at the headlines.
Headlines on News First at 9.
5 persons, including the opposition leader of the Kambarupitiya Pradeshya Sabha, arrested for illegally transporting timber. Time frame granted by the United BPF Front to Ranil Wickremesinghe to implement proposals expires. A Sri Lankan youth is murdered in South Yorkshire, Britain. MP Vidura Wickramanayake levels an accusation at the police. A tense situation ensues between the vice principal of a leading school in Kalmune and the zonal education director of the Ampara district.
A Sri Lankan youth has been stabbed to death in South Yorkshire, Britain.
The youth was a software graduate.
The Sri Lankan youth who was stabbed to death has been identified as 25-year-old Tavisha Piris, a resident of Rajgiriya. Tavisha, who had won a scholarship in Sri Lanka, had moved to England 2.5 years ago to study software engineering at Sheffield Hallam University. International media reports state that since finishing his course, he worked as a pizza delivery man while looking for a job suitable for his qualifications. Tavisha, who was out delivering pizza in the Sheffield area on Sunday, had been stabbed to death by a certain group. His elder brother said that Tavisha had already tendered in his resignation to the private pizza company he worked for, and he was due to return to the island on the 9th of next month. Tavisha's brother also said that the post-mortem examination had revealed 4 wounds, including 2 stab wounds on Tavisha's body. It has been reported that 3 persons have been arrested by the Yorkshire police in connection to the incident.
The Development Committee of Horana convened today under the auspices of the chairman of the committee, parliamentarian Vidura Wickramanayake.
Area residents were presented an opportunity at this occasion to present their problems to the Horana Development Committee.
පොලිසියයි කරෝලා අශෝකව අල්ලනවා. කවද්ද අන්තිමට ඇල්ලුවේ කරෝලා අශෝකව? මම නම් කියලා අහන්නේ.
Had the police caught Karola Ashoka? When was the last time they apprehended him? I am mentioning names here. How long after Ranmal Mahathir went did they imprison him? We know it was our party that took him back, even after he did that. I will not deny it. Why are they harassing innocent people? Is this justice? Is this a service the police must carry out? What you are saying is true. Who will be held responsible if a thief comes here? Who are they trying to show off their strength to? Innocent 82-year-old grandmothers? I received a complaint yesterday regarding a police report that was to be issued on the 20th. After 4 days, what did the police say? They said the person who was to issue the report on the 20th was on leave and that he would return on the 27th, so the report could be obtained after the 27th. Why are they treating people this way just because they are in uniform? What are they trying to do by pushing around 80-year-old senior citizens? Are the mother and child here? Send this complaint to the Inspector General of Police.
අර කිව්වත් වගේ අම්මලා ඉන්නවත් දරුවෝ ඉන්නවා. පොලිස් පොත්තුමාට මේ පැමිණිලි යවන්න.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid homage to the sacred tooth relic this morning.
Religious observances were performed by Venerable Tibbatu Medankara Thera, who involved blessings on the president. The president also engaged in conversation with devotees who had arrived at the temple to pay homage to the sacred relic. A group including the Diyavada Nilame Nilangadala was present at the occasion.
The 2013 Commonwealth Rally, which commenced its cross-country journey from Point Pedro on the 2nd of October, arrived in Tangol today after visiting a number of cities, towns and villages across the island.
Today marks day 28 of the 2013 Commonwealth Rally's cross-country journey.
The 2013 Commonwealth Rally commenced today's leg of the journey from the Amblipitia Town Centre. An event was held at the Amblipitia Town Centre this morning with the participation of area residents and school children under the auspices of Ratnapura District Parliamentarian Sunny Rohana to bid farewell to the procession. The national flag of the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago was hoisted on the main flagstaff of the main float of the procession at this event. Participants at the event shared their views with News First.
Bodu kituha damila danan piliganimin jayagenenne sidu karana mehewara gana sirasata api tuti podanne.
Subsequently, the Commonwealth Rally commenced the onward journey to Tangol. An event was held at the Middenia town under the auspices of Southern Provincial Council Minister V.K. Indika to welcome the Commonwealth Rally as it made its way towards Tangol.
It beats to the tune of hearts, like flowers that bloom in the sunshine.
The rally was welcomed at the Madamulana Junction with an event under the auspices of Southern Provincial Councillor Kapila Disanaika. Multi-faith religious observances were also held at this occasion.
Today, my Sri Lanka is in the dawn. My Sri Lanka is in the heart.
The 2013 Commonwealth Rally made its way towards Tangol amid cheers from crowds which thronged either side of the street.
Lanka will always be home. We can achieve all our hopes.
The procession arrived in Tangol this afternoon where a musical concert was also held. The Commonwealth Rally, which commenced its journey in Point Pedro, will travel to Matara on day 29 tomorrow via Dondra Head.
Britain's Queen Elizabeth hosted a reception at Buckingham Palace for officials from Commonwealth countries yesterday.
The Queen was joined by her son Prince Charles and his wife Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. The Queen and her husband Prince Philip greeted High Commissioners and leading individuals from Commonwealth nations ahead of the Bloc Summit starting November 15th in Sri Lanka. Prince Charles will represent the Queen at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting this November in Colombo. UK Foreign Secretary William Hague was also present at the reception. The 14th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting was held in New Zealand. The 1995 Chogam was held from the 10th to the 13th of November in Auckland. The meeting was chaired by the then New Zealand Prime Minister, Jim Bolger.
The deadline granted by the United BPF Front to Ranil Wickremesinghe to carry out 8 proposals, including stepping down from the UNP leadership, expires today.
Monks from the United BPF Front point out that Ranil Wickremesinghe had agreed to an 8-point proposal put forward by them at discussions held on the 15th of this month.
We conducted an opinion poll for our viewers on whether Ranil Wickremesinghe would fulfill the promises made to the Mahasangha of the United BPF Front. These are the results of the poll. 27.31% of our viewers opined that Ranil Wickremesinghe would carry out what he apparently agreed to with the monks by today. 71.68% opined that, as usual, Wickremesinghe would not carry out these promises. Meanwhile, the Anunayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramanya sect, Venerable Girambe Anandathera, has addressed a letter to Ranil Wickremesinghe regarding the failure to implement the 8-point proposal put forward by the United BPF Front. Here is a translated extract from this letter.
I reiterate again and again that you humbly agreed to implement this proposal before the Mahasangha of this nation, accepting that it was suitable for the victory and harmony of the United National Party. I also wish to remind you of the statement you made following discussions with us on the 15th of October, where you noted that you are now an individual who has attained the Sovan stage of spiritual development. While about 90% of United National Party parliamentarians and representatives have contacted me and the respected monks representing our organization in person and over the phone to express their happiness, other party representatives too have appreciated the value of this proposal. The most venerable chief prelates, the Mahasangha, who are a majority in the country, and respected leaders from other religions too are expectantly awaiting the implementation of this proposal. While the 2-week time frame for carrying out the promises made to us expires today, we have been informed that the working committee will convene on the 4th of November. Thereby, I appeal that you will rid yourself of the concept of putting off what can be done today for tomorrow and take measures to pave this victorious path at the working committee meeting on the 4th of November. While reminiscing on the phrase Vishwasa Paramanyati from Buddhism, I humbly appeal that you take measures to create backdrop to implement our 8-point proposal.
End of translated extract.
Advisor of the United Bhikkhu Front, the Most Venerable Girambe Anandathera, states that although the United Bhikkhu Front hopes that the proposals presented to Ranil Wickremesinghe will be implemented immediately, there are certain individuals who are indicating that this is unnecessary.
The Anunayaka reiterates that if people of such nature exist, they are people who do not honestly love the party or Ranil Wickremesinghe. Most Venerable Girambe Anandathera points out that by implementing the proposals of the United Bhikkhu Front, not only the party but Ranil Wickremesinghe and all UNPs too will achieve victory in the future. Meanwhile, national organizer of the United Bhikkhu Front, Venerable Ulapane Sumangalathera, states that certain people within the party are acting out of greed for positions to disrupt the initiative taken by the United Bhikkhu Front. At a time when the United Bhikkhu Front has intervened to unite the party to achieve victory, we see that Dayagamage, through his sheer greed for positions and his fear of losing his position, is acting with jealousy to weaken the unity that is to be created within the party and the ability to steer the party towards victory. We must emphasize that Dayagamage, through the media, is carrying out a controversy to destroy the unity that is to be created within the party. We, as the United Bhikkhu Front, urge Dayagamage not to interfere and destroy the final chance to implement these proposals based on the reconciliation that is being established between the United Bhikkhu Front and Ranil Wickremesinghe. We reiterate this to Dayagamage.
Members of the Hanani Gullah Indigenous community in Dehi Arthakandia expressed their views on the United National Party.
The Premadasa government helped us a lot. Ranil Wickremesinghe cannot win. He will continue to suffer defeats. Therefore, it will be good if we could have a leader who can win. We always vote for the United National Party, but we will not vote for the party as long as Ranil Wickremesinghe is there. If there is a leader who can secure victory, then we will vote for the UNP.
අපේ UMP ඡන්දේ දුන්නා අපි කවදාවත්
We voted continuously for the UNP, but we lost. We voted in Ampara hoping for a win, but we lost. Ranil Wickremesinghe and Dayagamage, please go home.
In other local stories, 5 persons, including the opposition leader of the Kamrupitiya Pradeshiya Sabha, have been arrested for illegally transporting timber.
Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana said the suspects have been transporting a stock of jackwood, claiming it was wood from Kottamba trees. The suspects were arrested when the lorry transporting the timber was inspected in Karupatagala yesterday. The suspects were released on a bail set at 5,000 rupees each after being produced before the Mathur Magistrates Court. The magistrate ordered the suspects to be present in court on the 15th of November.